let's dive into some Bachelor stuff.
Okay.
What was your reaction watching Jenn's finale? Obviously, you feel for her, but like, what was Devin doing? What was this laughing? Like, he was just. What was his?
Something.
Tell me something.
I have no tolerance for men who act like that, who don't even give just an ounce of empathy or respect. Like, granted, I don't have full context and know everything in regards to their relationship, and honestly, how that entire finale played out, like, again, like, I feel so sorry for Jenn, and I just hope that she takes this time now to heal from that, because it's that's traumatizing. Like, I had a great, like, ending, and it was, like, my season was still traumatizing, but the way that was played out was just wrong. And for Devin, as someone who we saw profess his love on national television every single week, like, and having these little, like, moments where I felt like, even just from my therapeutic lens of, like, okay, there might be a little bit of, like, you know, gaslighting, a little manipulation here, but, like, you try not to, like, you know, fully insert yourself because you don't really know. But then that showed it all in the finale. Like, how he sat on that couch, this girl was crying her eyes out. I'm just like, there's not an ounce of comfort. There's no empathy at all. So that was really hard for me, especially knowing that for me in my past, dealing with people who had similar characteristics as that was scary.
It was so bizarre that he didn't even try to be sorry. Like, he didn't even fake it.
No. Yeah.
At that point, so I'm like, is it ego? Is it pride? Like, what is it? Like, what's going on?
What it is.
No way.
No, because not to make everything about me, but when I watched that, now I didn't get a finale, obviously, with Paradise because the world wouldn't be able to handle it. But unfortunately, like, I experienced something almost identical to that. So it was emotional for my family and I to watch. Almost like I felt like it was like me, like, saying what I've wanted to say on a public platform, because that same exact experience happened to me, like, broken up over the phone out of nowhere. How to watch our, like, you know, engagement and be so confused because like we had broken up like maybe 2 weeks before the engagement aired, and I think that was kind of like where they were at with their timeline too. And it just like shows that like men that are so unwilling to take the time to understand themselves and their emotion comes off so unempathetic to the other partner, whether it's intentional or not. Do the work so that way you're not hurting people. Both of you guys have lived enough experience to have done the work.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
They've just chosen not to. So it's a choice at the end of the day, which makes me infuriated for her. I don't think that she should have experienced that so publicly. Like, I was grateful enough to experience it privately.
Right. I agree.
But if I was on a public platform like the way she was, I would have been experiencing the same thing. So I'm happy that she stood in her power and told him how she felt. You know, it was clearly a lot of it was coming from a state of an emotion. But a lot of men in this like franchise have done very similar things.
Please.
They don't know what they want. They talk out of their like, you know, whatever.
Behind.
And it's at the expense of
Someone else's
feelings. So like I always said, I'm done being your collateral damage. And like as she should be too, because but it's what we sign up for, you know. It's a risk that we take, but like the last thing you expect is the person that, like, you know.
The way I'm like, it's not a risk I want to take. Like, I just
girl, you took a risk with 30 men.
It worked out for you. Praise God. Praise God.
There's our normal guy.
Yeah. We thank
It's
God
a risk
for
you
dying.
take,
Yeah.
too. Like, it is. And even on Paradise, everything is a risk. But gosh, it's just getting worse and worse. I feel like the men's emotional availability, and they just need to like know themselves before they put themselves in that position, because they're going to keep hurting others. Yeah.